What's up? What's up? What's up, my man? This your boy Jalen James, and I'm back with another video. Your boy Jalen James, known as JJ Cool Trumpet Goat. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? Alright, alright. I see, I see. So today, what we're gonna do is it's gonna be a review. No instrument, no mouthpiece. It's gonna be a review over what we have went through lately. So today I'm gonna go over some musical tips. This is a review for the musical tips. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about, your tips, tone, tone, intonation, phrasing, precision, and style. Those are our tips. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. First thing I want to talk about is okay. Remember how I told you in my other videos how that in order to get great tone, you have to always practice long tones. Cause look, long tones is the same thing as a tone. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you practice in long tones, make sure you practice like, okay, just practice whole notes. That's the whole notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you make sure you say 1, 2, 3, 4. And for better things for you to do with this review is take down some notes. Also, I want you to like have a pen or a pencil and write down 1, 2, 3, 4. That's for your whole notes. And your half notes, I want you to do 1, 2. Because guess what? 2 is half of 4. So that's your half note. And your dotted half note, which get 3 counts. Remember, it gets 3 counts. So what I want you to do is say 1, 2, 3. And we're going to talk more about those. I'm going to start it off right there for this review. Based off what I've already taught you and played for you. Okay. So in order to get better with long tones and to improve your range and flexibility, what I want y'all to do is, if you have your trumpet right now, I want y'all to get your trumpet and do 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to necessarily play it if you don't want to. You can just blow into the instrument, which means you just make air float in the instrument. So what I want y'all to do is say 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to hold it. And also I want y'all to say do staccato. Staccato is like that deep 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 deep. But I want you to hold it out. Say 1 deep 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 deep. And then I want you to do it again. So you're gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, not 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what you're gonna do. I want you to hold it out, and then I want you to play it deep, 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 deep. So you'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then after that you'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you just go back into the whole note. So as you're doing that with your tone, it is helping you articulate better, everything. So you're gonna doing this, it will improve your range and your tone, and you will sound a whole lot better. And that's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to sound like me or better. So the thing is, what I want y'all to do is just practice that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then go straight back into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that really helps. Or you could say 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. Do it however you want to do it. So how that would go is you can do them all together. That's how I want you to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. You could do it just like that. Or you could just stop at 4. You could be like 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. You can do it that way. But the thing that I'm trying to get y'all to understand is just use that tone. Don't focus on, okay, I'm just going to play it with air and posture. No, don't do it with air and posture. Or you're just going to sound like this. See, You want to articulate. You want to be like dee 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 dee. You see how I'm articulating? I'm using my tongue. So just notice, just notice, articulation fall into everything. That tone falls into everything. The intonation falls into everything. The phrasing falls into everything. So you have to get the tone down pat first, and then work your way up to the intonation, and then the phrasing, then the precision, and then you worry about fixing the style. And once you figure all that out, you got it. Okay, so just know that tips. All right, so what I'm gonna work on now, the intonation. The intonation. Okay, let's say for instance, you hearing what you're playing, and this works for every musician. You hearing what you are playing. So when you're doing your intonation, you're playing the same thing, except you yourself are hearing the inner tone in your ear. You're hearing the inner tone of what you're playing. And that's another thing. See, when you're playing inner stuff in music, you have to focus really, really hard, like mentally. Like you have to listen. You have to just think mentally about what you're playing, so you would know what you're listening to. And that also work with ear training. That's another thing in music, ear training. You want to make sure you're listening and hearing what's going on. So what I want y'all to do is, to get you better with ear training, play. If you have a piano, I want you to play a C or play a G. And so that's, they both are open. So there's open G and then it's open C. Okay, so what I want you to do is use your trumpet, and if you have a keyboard, piano, whatever you have, I want you to play a C. La, and try to find that note on the keyboard and be like la. Play them both together. La. So you want it to sound very melodic. That's one thing you want it to sound like. You want it to sound very, very melodic. And also, as you are playing those tips, the intonation, just make sure you're listening very deeply. See, music consists of a lot of listening. So you have to listen within the music to actually know, okay, is this the note that I'm trying to play? Or is this the note I'm trying to play? And you just make sure you just, write down this note. Okay, I know that note. That note is a C. So while I'm playing this C, I'm going to find this C on the keyboard and I'm going to play it on the keyboard. So you'll be like, la. Then you find that note on the keyboard. La. Then you play it all together. La. Okay, so you did that. So now, after you do that, just keep practicing with that. You will get it. I promise. You will get it. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is the phrasing. So we already did the tone, intonation. Now we're doing the phrasing. So the phrasing is how you're playing it. So however you are playing the phrasing with the tips, like the tone, the intonation, that all falls into place. See, you got to know how to count your rhythms. Also, counting your rhythms, writing your rhythms. And I'm tell you one thing. Just because you see a rest doesn't mean there's not a beat. You just don't play on that. See, the rest is still a beat. You still count that rest. That is still a beat. That's just a beat you don't play on. But you still count it. It still counts. You just don't play on it. That's all it is. So you see a rest. So you can see someone say 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. So if you see that, you know what to do. So you rest. So 1 E and a, 2 and. So the rest is on the and a 2. 1 E and a, 2 E and a. 1 E and a, 2 E and a. The rest is on the E and a of 2. So you want to make sure you write that down. So the thing is, you have to be very precise on how you are playing your phrasing. So the phrasing is very important. See, you got to know the fingers. Not only the fingers, you got to know how low the fingers are supposed to go, how high the fingers are supposed to go. You can't just be all over the place. You don't want to do that. Because if you do that, you're messing up your tone. you're messing up your intonation, and you messing up your phrasing, your precision, and the whole style is all out of whack. You don't want to do that. So the best thing to do is measure out how you're gonna do this. Okay, you know this note one and. If you see something one and, you know that's a thing. That's a eighth note. So an eighth note is one and. Then a 16th note is one E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. You see that? So that's eighth note, then 16th note. So you might have something that say one and rest, one E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. One and. So you know that rest, one and. You see that? That rest is on beat 2. So it's still a beat. So the rest is just on beat 2. So what you do? 1 and 2, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay? So make sure when you're doing this, the is on the top. 1 E and a. 1 E and a. The is on the top. Everything else is like in between, in the middle, at the bottom. 1. So you got 1 E and a. 1 E and a. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. You see that? So make sure you doing that, okay? I really want you to do that because that's very, very important in music. You have to know where you are in different parts of the song. So just make sure you're counting your beats. That's very, very important. So the next thing is the precision. Okay, precision is totally different from phrasing, intonation, and tone. The precision is basically kind of the same, but precision is basically how you're gonna like react with the music, like so it's like, okay, you know how in some songs you have like crescendos, decrescendos, and they be like you know that? So precision is something like that. So the precision is basically, you're starting low and then you just increasing and then you drop down really quick, just like that. Precision. Precision. You see that? So precision, it's just basically how you play it. That's basically what precision is. Precision is basically how you playing your music, your notes, your rhythms. However you want to say it, music, notes, rhythms. That's all the notes are, numbers and rhythms. That's all it is. So how you go about that is, it's only 7 alphabets in music and they go from A to G. Everything else turns to natural, sharps, and flats. So just remember that. So the next thing I want to talk to y'all about is the style. We already did tone, intonation, phrasing, precision. Now we on the style of tips. So the style is basically how you playing. So say if you like R&B, that's the style you're gonna play. If you like jazz, hip hop, soul, funky music, funky. You like to get funky. So if you like it like that, that's just the style you like. But keep in mind, no matter what style you're playing, you gotta have tone, intonation, phrasing, precision, and the style. So you gotta have all 5. I don't care what genre of music you are playing. You gotta have the style. You gotta have everything. You have to make sure your tone is accurate, your intonation is accurate, your phrasing is accurate, your precision is accurate, and your style is accurate. So just keep that all in mind, okay? You gotta make sure everything is right. You don't wanna, I'm gonna just wait till we go to band practice and I'm gonna practice this. Nah, you don't want to everything like, let me tell you something. When you're band director or teacher, instructor, whoever you have, chorus teacher, whoever, if they tell you to go home and practice, they mean that. Go home and practice. Don't wait the next day. Well, I'm just wait till I get to class. I'm gonna practice. You only have so much time, when you're in class. And there's so much you need to learn and know. So just practice. Everything they're saying, practice. Practice your tone, your intonation, your phrasing, your precision, and your style. So just make sure you do that, all right? And just to let y'all know, that's all I wanted to talk to y'all about. So make sure you took notes down. If you have any questions about anything I said, make sure you leave it in the comments, please. Also, what I want to tell y'all is, um, if you want me to tutor you, please leave your name, number, and email in my comments, please, and I will soon get to you. I promise. I will get back with you, and also I will leave my name, number, and email as well. So please make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you, JJ Cool Trumpet Goat out.